Well, down for the hate your husband, and you're a bit of a drag as well.
That's awful, though.
Yeah. And to be honest, I still really fancy him as well, which really
She
helps.
said that in a while.
That helps.
Scott played fuck up. Foiled again.
So if you're enjoying our content, hit that subscribe button now and be in with a chance to win a signed copy of our very own book, Happily Never After. Hello and welcome, everyone, to the Therapy Crouch with me, Abbey Clancy.
Oh, straight in.
She's straight in.
And you.
And we've got very special guests today, Steve and Krysy Sidwell.
Steve.
I'm trying to make it formal. I can't say Sidwell, can I?
Well,
Why are you called? You've never. So just obviously you've called him Stephen, Steve.
Yeah.
I know it's his name, but we don't call him that.
I know, but I'm obviously announcing our guests, and his surname is Sidwell. I can't call him Sidwell. His name's Stephen
well,
Sidwell.
people do actually ask. Oh, when I call him Sid. Oh, so your name's Sidwell? I'm like,
It's like Neville Neville.
no, he's called Steve Sidwell, but we call him Sid. But
I've been nibbled off already. It's only 10 seconds into it.
But we, obviously, for people that don't know, you're a host with me on that Peter Crouch podcast, obviously the better podcast we do.
Yeah.
But we've known each other for a long, long time.
very long time.
Long time. So what we're saying, you was, back to our youth team days, eh? You was playing at Spurs, I was at Arsenal.
He was old as him.
Yeah.
You're below, I think.
Yeah, Pete's a year older than me. Yeah. Played against each other probably from, 14, 15, maybe?
Yeah.
And then played together with England. And then the first time you would have seen Pete would have been my 21st
Yep,
birthday
I remember
party.
it. Yep,
Oh my God.
I do.
Oh,
Yeah.
where was that?
That was Elysium.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
was a-
I would have
was a-
frequented that back in the day.
It was
He kept that one quiet. Did he bring a date with him?
No, he was on his own,
he
actually.
was on
I
his
went
own.
home with one though.
Did you? Dead dog.
I didn't know.
Actually,
was,
I seen you when you were 21. I
Yeah,
doubt
okay.
you pulled
I
anything.
should ugly it.
That was the double denim.
Yeah,
Was it a double denim.
double denim. Those weren't my double denim days. Triple D there, the double denim days. What are your thoughts, Krysy? What are your thoughts? I mean, I would have worn,
On a guy
jeans.
or a girl?
Well, it was me who was wearing it. I went with the jean combination, top and bottom.
I don't actually remember you wearing that
No,
night, but
maybe not.
it was quite dark. But I don't mind double denim. I quite like the look.
Me too.
What's the same sort of denim, or does it have to be like a
I like a
Light and
slight
dark.
variation.
So I saw a girl yesterday in this shop and she was wearing double denim. And I thought, oh, I'm going to do that. She looked gorgeous. Denim shirt, jeans.
I'm an inspiration to many.
And I also sent you a bit of double denim this morning. There's a place I really want to go to.
Oh God, we're going off piece already.
My sister sent it to, or Ellie sent it to me. It's basically a cowboy Nashville Magic Mike in Nashville.
well, I'm coming with you.
You sent that to me as
for
well.
sure.
Why? Was that a mistake? You sent it to me?
No, I just wanted you to,
What?
you know, my birthday's coming up. Can you sort me and the girls a few tickets to that?
Well, I'm definitely on a plus one with that. I'm anything cowboy, I'm down.
Really?
Well, you got me onto Yellowstone.
Oh. Well, they're
Seriously.
just back recording now, and I cannot wait. Honestly, it is like I was so invested in that, it actually pissed it off so
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
No, I loved it. But there was one part where Rick did he get beaten up or blown up, and you was like, Rick. I was like, I
But
can't
you
believe
know
it.
when you do something and you actually have no idea, you forget where you are, who's watching you. And when he was like, I looked over and he was just staring at me like, what the hell are you doing? I was like, I thought he was going to die. And he was like, no, he's not. Oh, then I realised I was in deep. I was in very deep with it, yeah.
I'm like that with Grey's Anatomy as well. I think they're like my friends.
You know everything about them.
Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get too invested,
I do.
definitely, especially in this Yellowstone, both of you.
Oh,
But he's
love
just,
it.
Yeah.
he's just, no, it's not a pervy thing.
Well, it
He's
is,
just
though.
like,
It is a bit.
it's my dream life on the ranch, horses. And he's just like he's like a real man, isn't he?
Yeah. What are you trying to say?
No, he can like gallop and save someone on a
I
horse.
can gallop.
I've seen him
I did
go.
it for
Well-
20 years. When I played football, I used to gallop round the football pitch.
No, I want to see you on a horse. Well, I've
Okay.
seen you on a horse. It's not the same effect. But I know that sounds bad, but it's not.
No, I'm not. I'm no rip on a horse. I'll give
You
you
are
that.
ripped.
Certainly am.
I am
Ripped.
ripped.
So everyone's
I
got a
am
rip in their jeans.
Yeah. All right, but listen, before Yellowstone,
Yeah.
like that just shows really how long you've been together. You before me and Ab, you were together.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
remember
we go back before that, don't we?
Yeah, long way back.
So
yeah.
the story with us is
Yeah.
my best friend Bobby. You know Bobby and Jane. My best friend Bobby is Chris's cousin.
Right.
So me and Bobby used to play football with each other when we was younger.
Bobby's your cousin,
Yeah,
is he?
yeah. First cousin. Like,
my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Bobby, we used to play football with each other, me and Bob's, and then he stayed over at my house on a Friday night. On a Saturday, we were playing football in the garden, and then his mum and dad was looking after Krysy that weekend, and then they come to pick him up, and then she come in the garden. So how old was you then? We was about 11?
No,
10?
I was 9.
Wow.
Yeah. And then
9
we
years
ended up
old.
in the same high school together. And the rest is really history. I mean, we've been married 19 years this year. So the big 20 years next year.
Yeah, which you keep reminding me about.
I'm like 20 years next year.
You're going to renew your vows?
Yeah, we'd love to. We'd definitely love to do that. Because let's face it, we both look like children when we got married. When we look back now, no photos are up at all. But I would like to do it looking like an adult, like get married again. But we don't know yet. We might not. We'll see how it goes.
That is amazing, right? 20 years. We sit here and go, we feel like we've done all right. But 20 years, I mean, what is the secret to that? Because you seem very happy as well.
Yeah, I think to be honest, when I think about me and Sid, I think you and Abby are exactly the same. You have a really, really good base of friendship. Your marriage is funny. You can both laugh at each other. Basically, it's just
Yeah, we're fun.
we're fun.
think
Yeah,
that's what
and
it is.
when you have as many children as we do and you do, it's always kind of really light-hearted. So it never really gets to a point where it's really serious or it's not very fun. And with the career that you've both had and Sid has had too, there's lots of good high points. There's lots of moving around. There's so much that forms this marriage that at the end you're like, actually, we've done really well. This is really good. We're still really enjoying it. And to be honest, I still really fancy him as well, which really
She
helps.
said that in a while.
That
We got to
helps.
keep coming back all the
No,
time.
I do. My friends laugh at me.
It's all that bum bum cream.
Go on, tell the story.
I was laughing my head off, Ross. So Liberty stayed in their house the other night. Pete was putting his cream on. And she said, "Oh, Dad, you know why Sid's skin's so soft? He uses that Brazilian bum cream. He uses it all over his body." And he's like, "Oh, does he now?"
I said, well, I'm seeing him tomorrow, actually, on a podcast.
We need to get a bit of substance behind this. Come on.
She said, "He's very preppy, Mum. Looks after himself."
That was a couple of weeks ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So obviously, Libs and RME are dynamite together, aren't
Oh,
they?
yeah.
Very
They
funny.
are
Besties.
crackers.
yeah.
So she stayed over and they come in and we was getting ready to go out or something. I was just getting ready, so I was just creaming. I got out the shower and I was just creaming my arms and like the top half.
By the way, he's not naked.
Yeah, no, obviously not. No.
No.
Well, she would have grassed him up
And
anyway.
Libs is just looking at me and I'm like, "You're right." She's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Do you cream all the time?" And I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "Oh, my dad does too." And I was like, and then I got a little special put out for my eyes, which I actually don't use my face. And I was like, "Yeah, but has he got this cream?" And I started dotting it around the
The old eyes.
No.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
They
You
are
don't
so
cream
funny
your body?
together.
No, I look like from on holiday or something, probably.
You should cream your body.
Yeah, you should cream more.
You could cream my body for me.
No, thanks.
See, the love is strong. There we go.
Cream
I
your own
don't
fucking
cream
body.
Sid's body.
Yeah.
I don't cream Sid's body for him.
How funny is it though when you do go on holiday and you go, "Oh, babe, cream my back or the back of my legs." You hate it. You hate asking
Oh
me.
God, I go to Sid. I do all the kids, and I get to myself. I'm like, "Could you just do my back?" And it's like,
Slapdash.
Yeah.
it's
Oh, really?
literally like I'm being
aggressive.
pushed pillar to post, and I'm like, "Is this what I'm getting? Can
Yeah.
you not make it a bit romantic?
I know.
Give me a bit of tender, loving care."
You're like that
I
with a
get nothing.
massage.
Yeah,
When
with
you're
a
doing a
massage.
massage and you're watching something and you go like that and then you just stop and I'm like,
Oh,
sorry,
Carry on, carry on.
do you know what? I was going to ask your dynamic, right? Because you've had 4 kids like us, right? But
Yep.
you were obviously a lot younger than us. Your kids are a bit older than ours now. I was 30 by the time I had our first. and it was kind of like I was kind of around more, you know, with retirement and getting close to retirement. Like, how did you find? How was the dynamic like with kids when you're still playing at kind of your peak, Sid? Right?
Yeah, we got married 22.
Yep.
And fell straight away with Harry.
Yes, yeah. I had Harry just before I was 23.
Wow.
And we lived in Reading at the time. And thankfully at that club, the players and the families were really close. So I had quite a lot of friends because I was on my own and really young when I had him. And to be honest, I didn't have a clue. We didn't know what we were doing, but he literally came everywhere with us. If we had dinner, he'd come. If we was at a game, he'd come. Like midweek games of an evening, he'd be zipped up in my jacket.
You used to pass him down the line.
Yeah,
didn't
passing
you,
down the line to fans. Like they used to go, "Oh, can I hold him?" Like, yeah, right then. They used to go like 20 fans down, and they used to go, "Oh, he's lovely, he's fine." So it was really, really nice.
Wow.
And the year we were promoted, we sat in the lower with Reading, and Sid ran along and asked for the baby. So he got passed down about 30 seats all the way. And he was only 3 months, and the steward ended up passing him over to Sid. It was really cute.
Wow.
So that time was really probably effortless parenting. And no one tells you that it's actually quite an easy time, because when they're teenagers, boy, it's a lot harder. I didn't realise that was going to be as hard as what it is. And
Ross silent over there.
they're fine. No, they're fine.
They're
But we've
good.
obviously got 3 boys, and that can be quite a lot of testosterone kicking around the house. So yeah, it has its moments where I'm like, oh my God, I don't know what I'm doing with this. But they're fun. They're really, really fun to have and be around.
Every stage was it was easy, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was like a
quite.
natural progression. My biggest one was going from 2 to 3. I'm not sure what it was like with you. Whenever I had 2,
Yeah.
I was like, one's there. If she went out, you got the kids, no problem. One's there, good. Yeah. Whenever 3 come, especially boys, one's there, one's
up
on
there.
the fucking ceiling.
Yeah.
You're everywhere.
Yeah.
So by the time 3 or 4 come, it doesn't matter because your head's on the swivel. So you're always looking around. But it was part of our like family and like the boys, the family football. So when we was at Fulham, for instance, we had the box, lucky enough to have a box, and you loved it, didn't you? So I used to leave early in the morning to go to the stadium. You'd come with the kids after. We'd have a bite to eat, sort of wherever after the game.
Yeah, that's probably
So it's
my
a real
favourite
family
time.
dynamic as well.
The kids and
And how old were they then?
Lenny was, my youngest boy at the time was, I think, 3. And then 4, the other one's only 14 months old, so 4. So 3, 4 and 7. So it was a really fun time. It was good, really good fun.
I think you're quite lucky with the clubs you played for there, like Reading and Fulham, like very quite family orientated clubs.
Yeah.
So when you kind of went to say Aston Villa or Chelsea and things like that, were things slightly harder for you to go to the games?
Yeah, Villa was the hardest
Yeah.
one. Villa was actually the hardest one, I think, for all round, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Football wise for
Couldn't
me.
have been harder than Burnley.
No, it was tough.
Couldn't have been.
Stoke.
No, we played for Burnley.
But-
Oh,
but
when you
finished-
were-
You said, do you want to come watch me? I was like, no.
To be fair, even the people that were in the ground didn't watch me then. To be fair, so you made the right call.
Remember putting a Burnley kit on Johnny? I've got a picture of him screaming. It's like he just knew. No offense to
Just do,
Burnley.
no.
Like,
Well,
Don't take me up there.
he's a
Well, I
red.
think the first game that me and Abby were at together, we were both pregnant.
Is that when we first met?
Yeah, when we first met, and that's a really good story. So we actually met the first time we officially met. Lo and behold, we didn't realise we had the same doctor.
Yeah.
And this one day, we both had an appointment at the same time. So Sid's asked Peter, "Oh, what are your plans tomorrow? Oh, we've got a doctor's appointment." He was like, "Oh, so have we." Oh, and then we figured out, same person. You were before me. I was the appointment after. So the boys had a great idea. Let's meet for a bit of lunch.
Yeah.
Amazing. Let's do it.
Look at their faces.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Braithwaite's actually been on this podcast.
I know.
Talking about
I listen
him.
to it. We
Yeah.
love Jeffrey.
Love
we
Jeffrey.
absolutely love Jeffrey with all our hearts. So we poddle on to the Zuma. Yeah, for a bit of lunch. On we go. Abby, gorgeous, looked absolutely incredible. Lovely pregnant. This is pregnant with Liberty. I'm pregnant with Emmy. All the boys just saw a green light.
Yeah.
They just saw a green light. They were like, right, girls, you're happy there. You're fine, having a little chin wag about the babies.
Yeah.
we virtually carried them out of there.
It was margarita after margarita.
Yeah.
It was. We were just having such a nice time, weren't we? And it was like it started like an early lunch. But obviously, it went into kind of
It was pitch black when we left.
early
It was
evening.
pitch black.
Early evening.
But you drank for the both of us?
We did, yeah.
All of us?
We just had a great time. Obviously, it's me and
was
Sid knew
hilarious.
each other. But I was so glad that you two were getting on that we forgot, kind
Yeah.
of, because you were having such a good time.
That was the birth of Abbey and Krysy meeting, and we then see each other all the time.
I know.
And the one time we actually both ventured up to Stoke was the last game of the season. We were like, she was like, "Have you been before?" I was like, "No." I was like, "Have you?" She's like, "No." It was like the one and only game. So we're like, "Oh, I'll take some pictures of you. You take some pictures of me with the family." That was it. And then we left. We were like, "See you later."
It's such a mission. It was such a mission getting up here.
Yeah, it was windy up there as well.
I remember I got a driver there once, and Pete was like, "Are you nearly here?" And I'd just seen a sign for Dover. And Pete was like, "You're literally going the wrong way." Remember? So
Unbelievable. Yeah,
I was in the car for 5 hours and just went straight back home.
She said it's Dover near Stoke.
It wasn't me. We had a driver taking us as well. Like,
Oh my God,
booked
how
a
the
driver, and we didn't even make it.
What
It
the
was
hell?
an absolute nightmare. I had all the kids in the car screaming, killing each other.
No, that's not fun.
Ab didn't come to many games. Did you go to many?
Yes, I did go to a lot of games.
Yeah.
I loved it. And I really miss it, actually. I really, really miss a Saturday game.
Yeah.
I love it. I loved it so much. But when you was at Stoke, probably not as much.
Well, I weren't really playing. Villa was tough because
That was
we just had Rocco. He fell ill, caught meningitis. So we were down in London for a bit. I was travelling up to Birmingham. So that was a tough one.
That was
I
a really
can't
tough
believe
one.
that story of that.
Yeah, that was really tough. And I think, there was elements surrounding that wasn't handled very well on your side of it professionally with work and stuff. And then obviously, he was really ill. So it was a tough time. And then when we moved back, because he was so poorly and we needed our family, we didn't actually move back, did we? We stayed down and commuted.
I was travelling
a bit here and there. We still had our house there, so Sid did stay up a bit. But it was not a good time. It was quite a challenging time. But really now, I think if that happened to us now, to one of my children now, and it was mothers, and I think I'd handle it a lot worse than I actually did, because I was quite young and life was really hectic at the time. I just survived with it. We really did survive with it. It was and we had each other. Now I think I'd be completely different. I'd be such a worrier about it.
Well, you're the first person I call when there's any problem.
Yeah.
Any health.
She knows everything, doesn't she?
I leave my phone on just in case Abby rings.
Call her.
No,
Remember when Johnny was screaming in the night and you were like, "It's the witch, they do this." And I was like,
"Don't worry."
It's hysterical. Anything that goes wrong, you're the first person I call.
Oh, that's so nice.
Like, even if we've gone weeks without seeing each other, if something happens, I'm like, "Krysy."
Yeah, and I go, "Put the phone out, let me listen." And I can imagine her like this with the phone. I'm like, "Yeah, he's fine. It's okay. I think he's all right. Yeah, I just do this, and do that."
Videos, sending pictures of things,
But equally,
body
I'm the
parts.
same. Equally, I'm the same. Yeah, I'd be the same with Abby as well. Though we know each other's children inside out, really. So it's quite a comforting thing to have friends like that.
That is handy to have. I think girls are so much better at that though. Like to pick up the phone and like if I just wouldn't pick up the phone if I had a problem and call Sid as much as I love him. I think
Sid's have got really bad belly. What could it be?
but Sid,
I'll pass you over to
Sid's
Chris.
got a mad temperature here, mate. What do you recommend?
It sounds ridiculous when you put it like that.
But like that is literally the equivalent. I just don't know why men aren't more like that.
But if you did do that, he'd pass the phone over to me, and I'd be telling you what to do.
I'd be like, I think I know what you need to do.
Dr. Krysy.
The shit.
He would be like that. Yeah.
But what about obviously? You said you retired before me.
Yeah.
But how was retirement when? As soon as Sid's retired, you kind of have him more day to day. Have you
it's
found
hard.
that?
It was tough. That.
So I think the whole process for me, mentally and emotionally, began before he actually did retire. Because obviously Sid did have quite a bad injury of his back. And in my head, I have to deal with things really logically. So I had dealt with it pre-Sid realising that he had to deal with something extra. So when came the time that he said, right, this, medically we can't carry on. I'm going to have to retire. I had kind of dealt with it. But in a weird way, it was almost meant to be that way round, that I had dealt with it first, because then when he needed me, I was in a stronger position to help him and be his strength when he needed it. But it was tough. But I think you did handle it really well. Mentally, you're really strong anyway.
Yeah. I think that's probably my most superpower throughout my career and probably the way I am. But you was always good throughout my career and in general, just reading the room. She's really good at reading the room. So she'd know if after a game, if I come back and what mood I'd be in straight away. And whether that's been dealing with the kids or us, or if he was due to go out or whatever. So with the retirement one, you probably see it, like you said there, a long time before me. You could see it happening.
Yeah, it felt like I was looking through a window, and I thought this is gonna go in a minute. And I was kind of, and I did find it really hard. And then obviously the whole routine. You guys know what it's like being in a routine of having a career that's so routinely run. With your eating, your training, your games, your rest and your holidays. Even now, when the end of the season comes, I think, oh, what are we doing? Because it feels so routine that we should be going away or doing something, but we're not anymore. We don't have to do that. We can go when the kids finish school. But so I feel like I watched it unfolding, which was a benefit to him because I'd already sort of dealt with it much sooner or before he had.
Yeah, I think I was kicking the can down the road. And you were just waiting for me to
kick it off.
Yeah.
So I remember, literally, I remember doing it. I remember using the bath, wasn't you?
Yeah.
In our ensuite. And I remember walking in and I just sat down on the floor, started crying. I was like,
No. So what happened was he walked in, and for weeks I'd felt this bubbling emotion. I kept thinking, and in a way I was quite nervous. I thought it's going to happen and I'm going to have to deal with this in a minute. And I was kind of waiting for it to happen. And I was in the bath and he came in and I just had this feeling and I was like, it's now. I know it's now. And he was really quiet and I got out of the bath, put a towel and I shut the door and I locked the door because the kids were still at home. And that was it. That was the moment that it all came flooding out. But it was the best time. Well, it was horrible, but it was the best thing because it needed to be done. It needed to be released. And
it was like a big relief. With it weight off our
that
shoulders.
must be so hard when you kind of, that decision's made for you, like through injury. And if you still love playing football.
It's a massive decision anyway, as you'll know when you made yours. But the thing with mine, at that moment in time, it was hard. But it was easy because it had to be done. Whereas I probably still haven't really dealt with it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because I never had that fairy tale last game or to go, babe, this is my last game, or to get a family there or your kids on the pitch after.
To celebrate yourself, celebrate your career, yeah.
No, I did because I knew in the back of my mind, I didn't say it to anyone, but I knew in the back of my mind that I was retiring. But obviously, yours was kind of pushed upon you. I probably could have done another year. Physically I felt okay.
But you knew.
Yeah, but you didn't have the send-off. Like, you see these players where the whole club celebrates them.
Oh, yeah. I'm not talking about that. I wouldn't have wanted that. But even just to have...
I think it's
for me
mentally.
to go, this is going to be my last game this weekend.
And everyone be there and
then
celebrate.
Just Chris, mum, dad, just people that have been there throughout the whole journey.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I never had that. I never knew when my last game was. And I loved football. I loved being a footballer. Loved it. So
yeah, that's hard. And I suppose once you do get over that, when you realise, right, today's the day, and where'd you go from there? Like, you're in a good place now, you're enjoying what you're doing. And
so straight after, it was nice, wasn't it? It was a nice little honeymoon period, wasn't it? It was right, let's go on a few holidays out of season, because again, always programmed to go. Yeah. It's like now.
We had a holiday of you.
I remember being, I was in Stoke, right? And we were playing Christmas and just retirement. And I said, and you sent a picture of all you lot round the table having a drink, right? And I always remember it. I was in Witchwood Park Hotel.
Where's that?
With the lads in Stoke. We stayed there before home games. And, it's a lovely hotel, but it's not where I want to be, on Christmas Day. and we were there.
It was a little bottle of red, wasn't it?
And he had a little bottle of red. I thought, I said, you know what? He might be retired, but he's enjoying it, right?
Yeah.
And that's, I suppose, what you got to do.
Yeah.
You know, I was still playing. I was lucky, but at that time, you know, you were the lucky one. You're with your family, having a drink, having a laugh.
Yeah.
And I suppose that's what retirement can do.
But with Abby, you was there as well.
Yeah.
That year, it was really nice. That was kind of a really nice experience because we'd never been able to do that. You know what it's like. You can't do a thing, can you? It's like very, very strict and routined. So not much you can do. So that year we felt like complete rebels. We were like, should we go and do this?
It was feral.
Yeah, let's go and do it.
Still Wednesday.
Yeah, we were like, let's do
It was, it was like
Do I suppose what you would do,
When
you know, as kids.
yeah,
like,
you
that
was living
couldn't do.
living life backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sid always says to anybody that's sort of like new to retiring or about to retire, he was like, you know, you're just going to live it in reverse. And, and I do kind of think that when you know, because you are a very social lad, you're out all the time. And I don't
Social
mind.
secretary, aren't they? Every club.
Yeah, exactly.
Social Sid.
Yeah, well, we got a lot of podcasts on the Peter Crouch podcast, you know what I mean?
I mean,
3 or 4 a week we do now.
Is that in between golf or?
Just working hard.
I remember when just before Sid retired, he done this big social trip for a club. Can I name the club? Yeah, at Brighton. They'd been promoted and Sid had organised basically the entire trip.
What's a social trip?
No, we
Promotional
basically
trip.
won.
They got promoted.
We got promoted.
Yeah.
We went to the chairman took us to Vegas.
Sid
We've
was a-
explored every inch of this trip
Your-
on the other podcast.
Your face saying that is it just a lie.
What do you mean?
The chairman.
Pie,
The chairman took us to
No,
Vegas.
the chairman.
You mean you all told the chairman you were going to Vegas? You mean?
No, it was basically like if we get promoted, can we all go? And he said, "Yep." And
Did
then
he go?
Yeah, he took all the directors, the staff. There was about 65 of us that went.
No
So
way.
he summoned me to his office and said, "You called it on. You need to sort the trip out." So I was like,
Chrissy, I need your help.
Oh, I
Boss.
didn't have it. He's so good at socially organising, much better than me. So he did this whole trip. I mean, he said he felt like the ringleader, like completely organised everything. And then when we arrived home and we had the promotional bus tour, like the promotion bus tour, we were kind of sitting in a function room, and I had like it was really funny. I was thinking, what on earth has gone on here? I had like players coming up to me, like shaking my hand. He's an absolute legend. He said, and I'm thinking, what the fuck? And he's like staring at me. His eyes are getting wider and wider from across the room. I was thinking, he's thinking, what are they saying? You know, I just want to say thank you. And I'm like, why are people thanking me? Like, I was like, what's happened on this trip?
That's amazing.
And then he was like, just don't say
Just go with
anything.
it.
Just go with the flow. I'm like, all right, okay. And that's exactly what I did. But like so many people said it. And I thought, and in a way I was thinking, do you know what? You probably are the life and soul of every single party. And everyone's loved it.
social butterfly.
Social butterfly. Yeah.
Social
basically.
Sid.
I've got
Social
one of
Sid.
them myself. One of them, like talking about socially organised, and Pete can't do anything other than organise golf.
Golf.
Like it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like misses appointments, doesn't know what anything the kids are doing in school, their after school clubs, but golf. He looks at the weather for about 2 weeks in advance before he
Yeah,
goes.
yeah. All right, we've got loads of audience wines here.
Just talk me through why you're like that.
No, because you take care of everything else. Like I have no input. If I go right, I want to do this. You don't organise it. You go, that's crap. You don't want to do it.
It's luxury,
So
Pete. You're living in luxury.
Exactly.
I'm happy for Abby to do that. The one thing I have got is you're not interested in is the golf. So I have to organise that. So that's what I do.
Although I had a lesson with Josh.
I was going to just bring that up. Say, rumour has it, someone had a golf lesson the other day.
Yeah.
How'd it
You
go?
enjoy it?
Oh God, it was frustrating. I was only in the little hut thing,
In the
The
hut.
hut.
whatever it's
I
called.
think the range. They're
The
called these
range.
days.
I was in the range and the kids were having a lesson and they were just getting all aggy. So I was like, come on, Josh, will teach me. The improvement in 20 minutes was insane. Honestly, you've got video of it?
Yeah, great.
Have you not showed it?
Great swing.
Are you worried?
Don't mind.
Are you worried, Pete?
No, she's.
So you're both swinging now?
Only on weekends.
Checking the weather before you're swinging.
Literally. No, it was good. I'd like to do more. Have you tried it?
Well, Sid's given me a couple of lessons.
Oh, really?
Swinging. That's a joke.
Oh, you want to sorry tonight?
Only on a friend.
No,
You'd like to give it a go, though, wouldn't you?
I would really like to give it a go. I get frustrated. I'm the same as you. If I do, I want to be really good at it straight away.
And I also haven't got 4 hours spare a day.
Yeah. I mean, I've walked the course with Sid
Shame,
once,
isn't
and I at the end of it, I was thinking, shit, I really need a drink. But but when I got back,
That's what we do.
yeah, exactly. I was thinking, I'm sure they get a drink here when they go normally.
And sausage butty.
Yeah, but when it was over, I thought, I get it. It is really good. And I feel like, and I'm not making excuses for the boys at all, but I think when they've had a really good career and they've had that routine of life, I think staying in golf is brilliant.
Yeah.
Mentally, if your mental health, I think it's brilliant.
It does feel.
Well done,
like
I told you to
it's
say
kind
that.
of
I knew you'd get that one.
I do agree with that. Like, you are allowed to have some good times in your life.
Thanks, babe. That's
know what I
great. We're
mean?
really getting
I-
somewhere here.
I actually want you to enjoy your life
Oh,
and
you
have
do?
things that you love
great.
to do.
I
Like,
think
I
they're
don't
happy when they
begrudge
get
that.
home from golf.
Yeah.
100%.
Oh, and then
Unless are
they
you
play
better than
bad.
Pete?
He's at the moment, yeah. Yeah, I'm playing. I'm in
You said you were quitting the other day.
I'm in a dark
We're the
place.
same.
At the moment. I'm in a dark place.
He's in a bad place at the minute.
Yeah, dark place.
Get down to Josh. He'll sort you right
Off my
out.
book. That's why you need to crack us. I'm getting the audience wires. I've got a lesson in a minute.
Have you really?
Yeah, 6 o'clock.
You could piss off. So you taking me out for dinner tonight?
No, not.
Yeah, you're
tonight.
going down to the hut.
I think that's
Get
the
us a
hut.
range.
Well, we can go afterwards.
Yeah, no problem. It's only an hour.
we come.
Of course you can.
More than welcome down to the hut with us.
Okay.
All right, so we have a thing on this podcast, and it's the audience wine. So we have a wine for each other. I don't know if you've got a wine for Sid you'd like to bring up, and vice versa. So if you'd like to bring one up, and then we help do an audience after.
My wine is the amount of golf that you play. That's
okay.
only
Well, that's
recent.
can't just say.
No, that's recently.
Yeah, that's
You can't just say in one breath.
No, he played. Yeah,
No,
but
no.
this week's been bad. It was
No,
Wednesday,
No, I'll tell you what happened.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Our weekend golfers is just an
There you go.
absolute
I'll
I'll tell you
no
what
in this
happened.
house.
That's-
I get it, right? So she just says, be considerate when you're booking things in, right? So
That's all I say. It doesn't work.
So I must admit, I did book golf in Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
That is it.
That's a lot.
He's a lucky guy. He's a lucky guy, isn't he? Lucky
That's
guy.
a lot, right?
Yeah.
Now, admittedly, two of them was hosting guests that I had to book in relatively quickly, and one was the club champs, and that was in.
Are you good enough for the club champs?
He came third.
Shut up.
No, I didn't come third.
You did.
Didn't.
He was on the. I looked at the ball. You did. Why are you lying? Don't be shy.
Did you come third?
You did. You did.
He did.
Did you come third?
Come third.
No, there was a tied 1, 2, 4th.
You did not come fourth.
Joint force
No,
is
he
not
was third.
third.
He was third.
Why didn't you
He's
play
lying.
that?
I don't think I was allowed that day. No, we were away.
was away.
Oh, you was away.
So yeah, that would be your probably recent wine, just by saying.
You can't tell her wine for her. She has to do her own wine.
She just said it.
You said
I
it,
don't know,
yeah.
hang on a
She
minute.
said too much golf.
What we want.
Mind you, this is
What's
bearing in
yours,
mind.
Sid? What's yours?
What we
Well,
want.
gonna come back.
about.
I'm going to come straight back onto this by
go on
going.
then.
She was a bit
Whoa.
inconsiderate, inconsiderate
Don't say
by
it.
booking up by Ibiza for the weekend that she's going away. Comes back for 2 days and then gallivants off to Monaco
Oh,
with, again.
right, okay.
Just the way
2
it
weekends
felt.
on the bounce.
Wow. Okay.
So I got
You
the
go,
kids.
girl. That's what I say.
I've left a survival guide. I've done that.
You laugh. She's true.
Oh, it's true.
She's
I
true.
wrote it out last night because I was thinking this is going to be a nightmare. So I wrote the survival guide out, and then
No, seriously, no.
Survival
No.
Survival guide.
This is true. This is true.
This is true.
Because obviously we've got 4 kids, load of school clubs. It's literally Thursday. Boys have got school normal. Emmy's packed lunch. She's taking a picture of the packed lunch, and she'll obviously send it to me. So I know, because she's quite.
Idiot proof.
Yeah, she's already going to have a heart attack because he's got to do her hair. But But
That's not a
Oh,
problem.
Pete's good at doing.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
yeah,
Lips,
yeah.
That's easy. We got that. And then it'll be Thursday PM. Emmy's dancing. The boys have got football training. So that's why I need to do it, because I don't.
And where to pick her up from? So she's doing it locally in a village hall, and it's right next to the pub. So I know that he'll drop her, go in for a drink, come out, pick her up. So I'm being considerate. I'm putting it all down so he knows where he's got to be. So, but you're really good.
Yeah.
You're better when I'm not there. So that's why I'm doing the 2
Yeah,
trips.
because I've said this many times on this podcast. Like we got more responsibility. You know, don't treat us like idiots. You know what I mean? Like if you give me responsibility, I will flourish.
You will not. You just. I can't be arsed with the mess you'll make with your flourishing.
No.
So just stay.
Yeah, but the kids will love it.
You went on holiday without me. I think I was like 38 weeks pregnant, and Pete took the girls to Mallorca and didn't take me because I couldn't fly.
I think I remember this.
And Pete was I packed all the bags perfectly, gave them all instructions, and
I remember this.
they felt so liberated going away without me, and like all the dirty clothes he'd filmed themselves just thrown at the wall, and I had a pile in the corner like that, because when I go on holiday I'm like, it all has to go in a neat, all the dirty in a neat thing.
So when you take stuff off every day, you have to make sure you put it in the dirty case, not the, you know. With this one, I put the case, I opened it by the wall, and that was a dirty case. So we launched stuff at the wall every day. Wet stuff, whoa, bang, it slid down the wall into the case. But like, at the end, I just closed it, and that was the dirty case, and that was the clean case.
I think it
and
does
it was
them-
a fun way of packing.
No, it's not.
Well,
But
it's not
I
for
think
you,
it's
but it was for
good.
us.
It's good for us to go away sometimes and
Yeah.
leave them, so they appreciate us.
Yeah, I agree.
But I've got a phobia of leaving the house, and I never go on.
Oh God, I've had anxiety for the last week, and I'm like, can't put my finger on why I feel like this. Can't put I'm like, oh, it's because I'm going away.
There's never
Yeah.
been a problem before.
No, I know, and I'm confident. I'm not worried about leaving you. I just, as a mum, you get that
Yeah,
weird
you do.
feeling that you can't get rid of until you have your first drink when you're away,
Yeah,
and
that's
you're like,
true.
oh, actually, it's all
Then
alright.
the wheels are off.
Yeah, you're like, I'm
Hammer
fine.
down.
Yeah,
I
Right.
need to have a little girls' trip.
Yeah, you do.
But why don't we
I'm
do
not
it?
averse
Me
to
and
you
you, we
having a
should.
girls' trip. You're more than
Boys
welcome to have
treat
one.
us to a little trip.
We can hold the fort here.
Not a problem.
Yeah.
Me and Sid's, not a problem. Move in here with his 4. We'll have 8 in this house.
Coke, Brazilian bum bum on each other off.
We'll cream
Cream
each
each
other
other's
up.
backs.
Honestly,
It is good, that the Brazilian bum bum.
Yeah, it's
isn't
good.
Sid loves
good.
it. He actually finishes the tub. Like, he's not even like one of these ones that gets it and just uses a couple of times. He's like literally
Yeah.
scrapes it on me. He loves it.
wow. No wonder he looks like a dolphin.
Smoother than an otter's eyebrow.
Slipperier than a Neo in a Vaseline factory.
Remember when we were on holiday and you'd come out, like you said you come out the water dry?
How could
like
you dare
dolphin
dry?
skin.
Unbelievable. Yeah, it's like a wetsuit.
I remember
Unbelievable.
watching Abby's face like, what's he doing? And he just literally brushed himself down with his own hands, went, "Phew," like that, and he was dry. And
Totally
she was
dry.
like, "Shh."
It's like rubber.
I'm a bit of a freak, aren't I?
Unbelievable.
He's a
Unbelievable stuff.
dolphin.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Like we have our wines, we get them, we cheers them, but we also help on this podcast, and we have some audience wines. So if you'd like to help us with helping our listeners, if you don't
Let's
mind.
go.
Help me, help you.
Okay, well, the first one is I was listening to the pod on my first run since a marathon, so I was struggling in any event. And Abby was talking about her meal deal choice. It genuinely made me vomit. So I
Bit
believe
of context.
we picked a meal deal, but do you know your meal deal? What you'd have? Do you? So we didn't really know.
I don't.
Much about a
No,
meal
I'm
deals.
not a meal deal person because I like to make my own sandwich. I'd rather buy bread, bit of
Yeah.
ham, coleslaw, make my own or whatever.
Yeah.
But
But if you were desperate,
So I said prawn, mayo, water, and a caramel.
and a caramel. One of the worst
Wow.
ever meal
that is a
deals.
bit of a combo.
Yeah, honestly. And the thing is, like, you can tell a person, I think, by their meal deal.
What's your meal deal?
So mine would be a Coke Zero, a duck wrap.
A duck roll.
Oh my god.
Are you impressed?
Wow,
Are you
listen.
impressed?
No,
now?
I'm in M&S.
Oh, are you?
There's only one way you can get a meal deal, and that's in M&S.
Oh, Coke
And then-
Zero.
Yeah, and if I was gonna get a chocolate choice, it would be a Snickers.
Well, interesting.
I think that's a good
Sid?
one.
What's yours?
Yeah, mine would be like a BLT sandwich. With
I knew it was a BLT. You can tell by looking at them. Honestly, you can tell the people
smooth.
by their sandwich.
Whoever smooth is a BLT. It's a bit boring, isn't it? A BLT.
The bacon's not
so
like...
you got
BLT.
like
Like
a
the
snack,
tomato
or
and
like
the bread.
a crisps
Can't
or
do that.
Yeah, so I got BLT. I'd probably have a crisps.
Yeah, which flavour?
Quavers.
Easy cheese, none.
No. I was going to go cheese. No,
I knew you was.
no, I wasn't. I wasn't. Prawn cocktail. No, I'm joking. Salt and vinegar.
I love prawn cocktails.
Salt and vinegar.
We'd be a prawn cocktail, but I'll go with salt and vinegar and like a flapjack.
So hold on, he's gone for sandwich, crisps, and a flapjack. He's not even know, he's parched. He's parched. No liquid whatsoever for lunch.
He's so hydrated though. It doesn't matter.
Wow, I'm sweating.
Flapjack. I know,
Flapjack, outrageous. All right, but
I
listen.
do like a flapjack though. Well, I can't have
A bit
a.
like that, though, aren't they? You need to drink with that.
You need to drink with it.
You need
I'm
a cup.
struggling.
You need a cup of tea with a flapjack.
Yeah.
Absolutely parched, wouldn't you?
So hard.
And then straight in with a hydrating flapjack.
Oh,
All right, anyway, let's actually help people. This is Karen from Brisbane, Australia. Hi, Peter and Abbey, Krysy and Sids. I live in an apartment building and I'm involved in our building's book club. To set the scene, the other ladies in my building are quite a lot older so far. And we've done some very gentle reads like the Dictionary of Lost Words, Lessons in Chemistry. My turn to choose, and I pick a book recommended by my favourite podcasters. Loyalty by Martina Cole.
oh God.
So we're big fans of Martina Cole on this pod. Holy dooly, I'm a few pages in and I've had to email the group to give them the coarse language and strong adult themes warning. Poor 8-year-old Mary will never be the same again. Anyway, it was a cracking read despite the dark themes, but might be a while before I get to choose again. Thanks for the laugh, Karen.
Well, Martina Cole. Are you familiar with Martina Cole? So she's like a.
I've read a Martina. My mum has.
You definitely read a Martina Cole.
Oh, yeah, they're good.
It's like
Very much Gangland London kind of vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we actually forgot to buy a book in the airport when we went to Sicily. So we downloaded a Martina Cole audiobook. When we were sitting in the bar one night, this book was so gripping. And we were talking to these people and they were like, hey, they were from Sweden.
Yeah.
This group of like guys and girls and they were like, just want to come like for a drink with us? And we were like, no, we're just going to bed to listen to our Martina Cole audiobook.
No way.
And they were like, what?
They were quite like funky and hip. And they were like, she said, we're going to go dancing. That was
go
our word.
dancing?
We're going to go dancing. I was thinking to myself.
Fuck you dancing, we're going to listen to our book.
I could feel anything worse. I listened to my audiobook in bed.
Do you know what? I love a good book.
Oh my God.
Wait. Audiobooks. Is that the first time you've done an audiobook?
No, I've done a few.
Like us in together. Like obviously.
Yeah.
Together, yeah.
Yeah.
So you just like put it on and just
Put it on together, yeah. But we
An ear each.
we've said this on the podcast before.
An
People
ear
think we're mad. We read books together, like on holiday.
We
Yeah.
read the same book.
Yeah.
So
So
we
you
can
take
just
it in turns. Like I'll read 2 pages, you read 2 pages.
No, we get buy
Two
2 of
separate
the
books.
book.
Oh, to the same book and read,
Because
just read it along
you know, when you've been
together.
together for 20 years, you need something to talk about. So
Yeah.
and we get the book. And then
You
we've
get
got
really stressed
conversation.
with me when I get a book. 'Cause if I get into it, that's it. I'm like 3 days
God.
and I'm done.
Yeah.
oh
Oh,
my god.
oh. And it's like,
remember
this
that
is
time
really annoying me.
Do you remember that time when we shared a book and
Shared a book.
yeah. Well, no, I was reading the book.
No. What happened was I was reading it. It got really interesting, and he thought I'll have a bit of that. So then he stole my book. So we had 2 markers where we both were in the same book.
Oh,
and
that's
then you had a
controversial.
book. I got really interested. So I had a bit of your book as well.
Yeah.
That's actually a really good idea.
Yeah, but you might fight over it. Like if you both want to read at the same time.
See, I can't put it down. Like, and even this month, we sound so sad, but we could not wait to get home to get this book on. We were like, we can't sit in the restaurant
Doesn't
listening
sound
to
like
it.
you, that does it?
There was one. You
changed, you
right?
two.
Right, there was one point where Ab said, I said, look, I'll put this dinner. We're not missing this dinner, right? She said, do you reckon we could listen to our book at dinner? I said, that is not acceptable.
It was gripping, to say the least.
So are you actually listening to it with like an AirPod in or like a...
What is?
So why not stick it on a speaker and just listen to it in the room?
Never thought.
We
that.
haven't got a speaker.
You don't go away with a speaker.
No.
We like pepper
You love your
speakers.
music, you two.
We don't have we had a Beats pill once. I don't know where the hell that went.
But no, I want to listen. You know,
Ross is laughing. Is that in your flat by any chance?
I
But
think they've
Beats
moved on
pills
now.
were
haven't they?
like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh God.
People have moved on.
Oh
It's
my
like,
God.
what did I say? What did I say the other day? Scat lead. Yeah, I didn't realise
wow.
like scat leads are gone now.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, what do you mean now? They went about 10 years ago.
Did you know that? I didn't know.
I do remember
said that the
you
kid
need
doesn't
a
know
SCART
to-
lead. It was just something you heard as a kid. You need a SCART lead for that.
Well,
Yeah.
All the time you were
No,
like,
I-
you didn't know what it did. But
I feel like that's all my brother said. I need a SCART lead.
Yeah.
Like,
For like the
Liv's
PlayStation.
telly
Yeah.
wasn't working. I know the boys. We got them a PlayStation for Christmas, and I'm like, Pete, can you set that up? And he went, oh no, we haven't got need a SCART lead. So I can do that.
And then Ross, John came round, and John was
It's all like Bluetooth or something.
scat lead.
Yeah, long gone.
Oh, well, did you know? Have you got your phone?
Yeah.
Get it out.
We're gonna do a magic trick.
Yeah.
Are you? Oh my God, yeah.
The hotel manager was like, just give me a ring when you finish dinner and we'll come and get you. So Pete went to get his phone and he went, no, just tap the phone. And his number went into our phone.
it's me and Demi did it, setting up a
He
joint
literally went
account.
like that. And he went, yeah, just
We
take my
went like
number.
Brrr. It'll work on mine.
Here, go on.
All right, let me see this.
There we go. Mine just vibrated.
There you go.
Look at that.
Absolutely phenomenal.
Is that new?
Mate, the fella,
didn't know that.
The fella just went to me, yeah, just take my number. I went, pardon?
Did you know
that? We looked at him like he was flying to Mars. He did that and I went, oh
my God.
And it vibrated. I went,
How good is that? How easy is that now when you're out? Can I take your number?
I'm not asking people for the number when they're out.
Just go like that.
Just that, that's what I mean. How easy is that?
You do it on the sly. Walk past a fit lad, just be like that.
fucking God. You're right there.
No, I'm just saying. I'm not saying me. Someone. Anyone.
Come on.
Just the public. You know,
Public.
women that like to
Randomers.
do that. Yeah.
All right. Anyway, back to the story. Martina Cole, fantastically recommended. We were on holiday, loved it. Yeah.
I'm going to get it.
Oh, she got loads out.
What was it called? In the
Millicent.
Shadows.
Oh,
In the shadows we watched. The one you should read is The Take, isn't it?
The Take. Is that the one
That's
that's
the best one.
recommended?
The
Runaway
they
as
did
well.
they did a series of that one. Tom Hardy was in it. Okay, all right, let's move on.
Yeah.
Hi both. After PMSL laughing at your meal deal chat the other day, I thought I would write in with my own meal deal related wine. Why?
PMSL.
It's another one we don't know. Oh, that's so lol. Why?
Long.
Why do some people think it's acceptable to eat their tuna, or in some cases, prawn mayo sandwiches on their morning commute? For starters, it absolutely baffles me who the hell is eating that filth that early in the morning, knowing that they have to go to work with their breath honking all day. But also, no one wants to smell that. If you're going to do it in private. Cheese and onion crisps should also get binned for the same reason.
See, I do have an issue with people eating in public. However, I do it myself. You know, like getting on the plane the other day and all those people came on with
Packed
full
lunch.
McDonald's and pizzas
Yeah.
in it. But I
All
actually...
those people, did you just say?
Yeah.
Us, you mean?
No, we ate our McDonald's in the station.
We have brought Mackies onto the plane.
That's what I've just said.
You said there was other people, you said.
No, I said I've got a huge issue with it, but I do it myself.
We
well?
have brought a burger onto a plane before.
I know,
Which is-
it's the
Well,
piss.
I agree with your.
Horrendous.
I agree with your listener.
Absolutely
I feel
zero.
like
if I
zero
get-
fucks given, that is, isn't it?
Zero
To the
fucks
Yeah,
rest.
it
given.
is. But if I get on a train carriage and someone's eating, I can really smell it.
Yeah.
I have to go to the next carriage.
It is
Same.
bad, yeah.
I
agree.
just something about it. Even if I could really like the food they're eating, but I'm like.
It's so wrong.
Because wait,
But even if I'm really hungry and I still would reserve trying not to eat on the train or on the plane, I'm like, oh, it feels really awkward.
I
And I
know.
don't even know why.
It is awkward. I totally agree
Yeah.
with you.
No, a tuna
so-
sandwich. I mean, yeah, you
What do you
can't.
reckon about
you-
tuna?
No, that's OB.
you not like tuna?
That's out of bounds. That's out of
If
bounds.
Sid had an event and he was going to a meeting or going to work, his lunch will depend on what he's doing after, because he doesn't like that kind of
foodie.
smell.
Yeah, I would never eat a tuna sandwich if I'm going to do TV.
Never.
do like a tuna sandwich.
Yeah, I love a tuna
like
sandwich.
tuna sandwiches.
But I do it when I'm doing nothing after.
At home on a Saturday.
Not on the train, and certainly not in the morning commute.
No.
Like, there's lots of people around.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Can't be tunering at that time.
Yeah.
No.
And also that because people are watching you, you're like you're doing that, and things get dribbled down.
And also, like, your hands aren't clean when you're on the train and they just eat a sandwich.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with
think-
you. I'm with the listener on that one.
Yeah,
Right,
no.
guys, if you like our podcast and love the Therapy Crouch, please subscribe because it really does help and it keeps Russ in employment.
Right, we've got the Agony Abs here. They write in and we, usually just slaughter them.
Fuck her off.
They write in and we try and help. Hello, Abbey Peter. Absolutely love listening to the podcast each week while I'm cooking. Tough one for you here. Our 3-year-old son often comes home upset from nursery saying that one of the other little boys has been pushing him. While I've been telling him to say, stop that, I don't like it, and walk away, my husband is encouraging him to push back. Our little boy came home from nursery yesterday, was so proud of himself, telling us that he'd pushed him back this time. While he got congratulations from his father, I was upset. I understand that my husband doesn't want him to get picked on, but I can't help thinking teaching him to use words and be firm without being physical will set him up better for later on in life. I now just keep picturing him getting into fights and being pulled into the headmaster's office when he's older. Thoughts, please. Well, you got 3 boys, right?
Yeah.
You are well capable of answering this.
Yeah.
You go first.
I'm terrible. I tell mine to
fight
kick
fire
their
with
head in.
fire.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
You agree with that?
Yeah. I wouldn't say straight off the bat, just say, look, it might be a one-off, but if it continues, then
Yeah.
go big.
Within your rights to have a go back.
Yeah.
And obviously not advocating violence, but
No.
if he's pushing you around, you're allowed to push him back.
I think you need to set the tone to say straight on, I'm not to be messed with. Because if you keep pushing someone and they're taking it, like, I think you should tell them to be strong and fight and stick up for themselves.
Well, in this situation, having had 3 boys and more than likely had this happen a number of times, the other child will not stop until he is pushed back.
Yeah.
So although this little boy isn't instigating it, which is more of a worry than pushing back, I'd say push him back. Tell him no and push him back.
No, I
And he won't do it again.
reckon there was a time when you said to our boys, no, don't do that. Maybe just go,
Tell the
stop,
teacher.
don't do it. And I reckon they've just gone,
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Yeah.
And you go, all right, and
Don't do
just
that.
whack them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough one, isn't it?
It
'Cause
is a
you
tough
don't
one.
want your boy to be, but you also don't want to get him pushed around.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah. And
'Cause
I'm thinking it would, and they would continue to get pushed around. That situation would not stop until he pushed him back.
No. The other way, you also, she's worried about if he hits back, he'll continue to live like that throughout life. I don't think he will. But the other one where it's like, I'm going to go and tell the teacher, then you do create a bit of a snitch for life. You know, like, we've got friends and they, Liberty just said this, Thingy just done that, Johnny's just pushed Jack, because they're so used to going
Yeah.
and telling the
telling.
teacher, which I think's worse.
Well, you don't like that. I've heard you say, none of that. No.
Yeah.
No, go away. Like, because it is telltale. Yeah, don't
No,
tell
I
tales.
do think it's a case of sort it out yourself. When our kids come and say, our other kids done this, we say, well, go and sort it out yourself. Just say to them, don't do that. You know what I mean? I don't think coming to us is not going to help,
Yeah.
I think they do need to be independent and sort these problems out for themselves without, going overboard.
We had a situation not long ago, and I said to Sid, the boys are really physical, 2 of them, the closest to in age, and he was like, yeah, that's just normal. I was like, are you sure?
Chrissy's an only child.
I'm an only
no
child.
brother
He's
or
like,
sisters.
yeah.
So when she sees the boys fighting, she's like, fucking hell, is this normal? In a normal house? Because I had a brother and a sister as well.
Yeah, so he's like, yeah, it's fine. So I was out, and I come home, and the house is dead quiet. I was thinking, something's gone on here. So I go into the living room, and he's here, and I'm like, what's going on? He went, them 2 up there. I went, what? He went, I could hear all this banging and bashing around. He said, so I've gone up there, really quiet. They've got pads on, boxing gloves on. They're having a full bout with each other. Going, come on in, bashing the shit out of each other.
Oh my God!
So I said to Sid, what did you do? He was like, well, took their phones off, told them to go to their rooms. They come down, they were sweating. They had like red marks all over themselves.
Wow.
And I said, well, I had been telling you this is happening on a regular basis. And he's like, they're fine. They'll sort themselves out. He said, but I had enough of it. That was it.
Do you all go to the room when you tell them to?
for about 5 minutes, and then
then they come down
come
when they're
out.
hungry.
Yeah, when they don't stop eating. So,
But they just
Yeah.
beat each other up, and then that was it.
Yeah.
They didn't sort of go,
Yeah.
he done this, he done that, which is what they're quite good at.
so when I got home, I said, "What happened?" He said, Lenny started it, who is the youngest boy. He said, bowled into my room like a meme, flung the door open, went, "Want to fight?" So the other one goes, "Yeah, right."
Yeah, all right.
As they're fighting, he goes, "But not too hard." He's like, "Yeah, all right." And that was it. The rest
I
is
can
history.
see it.
Do you know what's so
I
funny?
can imagine that completely.
Fling.
What's so funny about that is imagine him sitting there, right, just bored, going, right, I'm going to ask him for a fight.
That is exactly
Basically what
it.
happened. It happens.
That
all
is
the time.
our house.
But now we catch it on the Ring doorbell because two of them get the bus home together, and it's like like one disappears into a bush and comes back. The other one's like up by the throat by the Ring doorbell, going, "See what he's doing to me? See what he's doing to me?" Like so it's all evidence now. I'm like,
God.
what the heck is going on?
We haven't had that really because of our eldest, the two girls. The boys do fight.
They've started doing it
we
now.
just see Johnny's tongue comes out. He goes, and then you know it's coming. So if we spot the tongue, we have to just grab him because we know Jack's
We've
getting
I
it.
say to him, like, even now, like, 'cause with the football, like, he's very, very nice and stuff, Johnny.
And very gentle.
And I just say to him, mate, get the tongue out.
Yeah.
Get the tongue out. You know, because
Let
when
him
the
see the
tongue's out,
tongue.
he's aggression.
Yeah.
He's ready to go. Oh, get the tongue out.
Yeah, he's like a little flower in school, but with his brother, like
Yeah, it's different, isn't it, siblings?
Yeah.
All good fun. All right, well, listen, it's a tough one to navigate that, but, be sensible, but we're just saying just a little pushback.
Nip it in the bud as low as you can.
Yes,
I'd
good
say
one.
so.
Agreed.
Okay. Hi guys, massive fan of the pod. The way you have me walking down the street, smiling to myself and laughing out loud is not normal. Love it. Anyway, I need to get some help on what to do in this situation. I have a friend who I've met in work. We've been friends for about 6 years now over time. And through growing up a bit, it's become apparent on my side of the friendship that we are quite different people and don't actually have many things in common. On her side, however, she calls me her best friend, always telling me how much I make her smile and laugh and that one day I would be her maid of honour. It also doesn't help that I absolutely despise her soon-to-be husband. She recently got engaged and hasn't booked the wedding yet, but I'm absolutely dreading the day if she was to ask me. She knows deep down I'm not a massive fan of him, as does he. So it baffles me why she would want me to be such a big part of her day. I've tried to distance myself from the friendship, and we went through a little period of not speaking much. However, because we work together, I cannot stand the awkwardness and anxiety of bumping into her, as it's not a job where we see each other all the time at work. What the hell do I do to avoid being asked to be maid of honour without hurting her feelings? She's a very sensitive person, so I really have to think about my approach. Any advice would be appreciated.
So she's pretty sure that she's going to be asked to be maid of honour. But she's not been asked yet.
No.
But she doesn't want to be.
Well, she's not even that fussed on being her mate, I
I don't think that's very kind. It took her 6 years to realise that she doesn't like her.
I think maybe the friendship's obviously there, so perhaps maybe she doesn't like how her life is developing with this guy, and maybe that's the thing she's thinking that's not really seeing eye to eye about, but actually
Yeah.
she's probably quite a nice person. I mean, if she was asked, I would be dead honest and say, I'm really sorry, I don't feel comfortable being maid of honour. I'd still like to be involved in your day somehow, but for me, that responsibility, I just feel like I can't do it. I'd feel like I'd have to be honest and say something like that because she likely is going to be asked.
And I mean, it's obvious. It seems apparent that it's quite obvious that they don't get on either way. The husband ought to be and her. So I think she must have seen it as well. The friend must have seen that. I don't want any tension to be there on your big day.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's to get out to say,
Just say, look, I don't want it. It's your special day. We don't see eye to eye. You and your fella. I'm not a huge fan.
She doesn't know that she doesn't see eye to eye.
Well, I think it's obvious. Like she said, it's the same each way. I don't think he's a fan.
So she
he's
she
not a
does
fan of
know.
me either.
Can you put that on the floor for me, please?
So, that is a difficult one. But as we say on this a lot, honesty is key.
Change your number.
Yeah, I think honesty.
Danger.
Or ghost her completely. They're probably the two options there.
It's hard when if it's not a reciprocated relationship, isn't it? Like if someone...
But if she doesn't like her, then she might as well just be honest.
But the other one thinks it's her best mate.
Yeah, but then just be honest. Just nip it in the bud early. Just say, look, I think you're on the verge of asking me to be maid of honour. That's not me.
Can't do it.
That's not me. I'm not down for that.
I hate your husband and you're a bit of a drag as well.
That's awful, though.
Yeah.
Well, it's either that or you just get a new job.
Yeah.
And you ghost her completely.
Yeah, it's a new job and change your number otherwise. So honesty here is unfortunately.
Honesty is the key in that one.
It really is.
I had a friend who I asked to do a reading at our wedding, and she was really unhappy that she'd been asked to do a reading. And when I said to her, look, when we caught up properly on the phone, because I sent her a nice card and said I'd really like to be a part of the day, do a reading. She said, I don't want to do the reading. I would much rather be your bridesmaid. I was like,
Oh, for God.
well, I've got my bridesmaids. They're full. Though I had she didn't have many. But yeah, she actually was really honest. But I took it. I was like, fine, that's okay. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. And she didn't do it. And she wasn't a part of the day. Like she came, but she was a guest, but she didn't want to do the reading. But I didn't hold a grudge. I wasn't upset about it. I was like, thanks for your honesty.
I couldn't have the guts to be honest. I'd just have to go, I'd end up in a bloody...
Would you just read?
I'd do the reading.
Would
and
you?
I'd be the bride.
Gutted about it. You obviously don't want, if she didn't want to do the reading, would you say you just do it when you?
Yeah.
And
I'd
then-
love to do a reading for you. Are you asking me to do a reading?
You can if you like, yeah.
I only became a bridesmaid because I talked about it on here. It's my best friend from school. I've only been a bridesmaid once.
Oh, you can be my bridesmaid next year.
No one's been married out of my friends.
Really?
They've all got married. They just didn't want you to be a bridesmaid.
I reckon they was like, yeah, because imagine you rocking up as a bridesmaid. Come on.
No.
No, Abby'd be a really good bridesmaid.
It'd be a great bridesmaid.
Yeah.
I was maid of honour, but our other friend just took over everything. So I was maid of honour. I had the title of maid of honour and didn't have to do a thing. It's perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Yeah, it was good.
It's quite hard being a maid of honour.
It is.
It's like a full-time job leading up to the wedding.
I don't want to be my sister's maid of honour.
Oh, God.
This is going to be too much.
Well, tell her then. Honesty's the best policy.
It's already come out.
No, I do. No, I do. I'm lying. I love all
No,
that.
you'll be good. Yeah, you'd be
You love
brilliant.
it. Right, last one. Okay. Been with my wife since we were both 16. So now a good 17 years.
Yeah.
Very similar to you, so I think you can probably help with this. Throughout, her fashion sense has been great.
Oh no.
I can see what's coming.
She's always looked amazing and had trends nailed down. However, the last year or so, she's developed a major habit of wearing see-through leggings with a short top. I've made her aware that her leggings are see-through, to which she shrugs and says, I'm not bothered. Don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining from a personal point of view, but you can see her, he said a word there, through her leggings.
Her thing. What did you say?
I think saying you can see her thing is more crass than actually saying vagina.
Do you?
Yeah, thing.
Lady bit.
See her thing.
Wow.
We can see
Where's your thing?
lots through her leggings while she's walking. However, she bends over. It's like she's wearing a pair of nylon tights. And pretty often I see other men's eyes popping out of their sockets at the view. Are there any recommendations? Is this a fashion statement you'd make, Abby? Or do you need to resign myself to the view that everyone else gets the pleasure of also?
I think she's looking for a bit of attention there from
Yeah.
her guy.
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's a bit more in this.
Well, he said he's not happy with it, and she's continued to do it.
I think she's trying to annoy him.
Yeah.
Sounds like
17 years will do that, eh?
sounds like there's
Do I wear? I don't wear see-through leggings.
you haven't started yet.
I haven't started yet. I might.
I was thinking just tight. I was thinking, does he mean
Yeah.
tights and he's just getting it wrong? Because I love a see-through tight.
Yeah, but I don't
wear a
think
skirt
she's
over the top
wearing.
of that?
She's not
Yeah, I'd
wearing
wear a skirt
yeah.
over it, obviously.
She's not wearing anything. She's wearing a short top.
Short top, yes. There's no
Short
coverage.
top and see-through leggings.
Yeah.
It sounds like she's trying to get some kind of attention from somewhere. Is it because she's not receiving it from him like it was back in the day?
The attention.
The attention.
I think maybe she's just. When do we have midlife crisis? Maybe she's just having a crisis, like thinking, "Fuck it, I'm going to wear them."
Well, it's not a fashion statement, is it?
Is this
It's not.
Did you even get a see-through legging?
I'm trying to
That shows your bits.
Does he mean the legging goes see-through when she bends
Do you mean
over?
like a gym legging? You know, some gym leggings aren't.
Yeah, because I was just about to say
they
that.
say
that's-
squat proof.
Yeah, they're not. Some of them aren't.
Some of them
squat-proof.
you do a squat and you could see underwear.
I always think of that when I'm in the gym. I was like, I can see her knickers.
Yes, they're not squat proof.
Yeah.
Whereas leggings I wear, they say squat proof. But maybe
That's a
she's.
blow. Who invented them? Darn.
You know, I pulled the thing off them, the little bit, squat proof, fucker, foiled again.
No, she's wanting attention. She's obviously confident in herself.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting that.
Because
I'm
I couldn't
thinking,
think of
how
any-
confident is she?
Anything worse than someone saying,
But also, if I pulled you and said, look, they're completely see-through now, I don't feel comfortable with you going out in them. Like, as much as it's your choice, I can't control you. I'd like to think you'd say, yeah, okay, yeah, I'll change them.
I'll take them off then, sir.
No, I don't think.
I'll just be like,
Not
so
like that.
what?
Yes, master.
Yes, master.
Yeah.
No,
Yes,
I'm not
master.
saying it. I just think that you would.
Get up them stairs now and change them leggings.
You're your own person. Yeah, I can't make you wear what you want to wear. But if I had an input, I would like to think you take it on board.
You actually want me to wear when I put like baggy jeans and I come down, Pete's like that. You hate like baggy
Get back up
pants.
there. Show me your ass.
Let me take them off for you. Change them.
Get those see-through leggings on now.
Baggy, take the piss on you.
Love a baggy
Get a
jeans.
leotard on.
Yeah, there's something deeper here.
Yeah. I don't know. From a lady's point of view,
How would you feel if I wore see-through leggings?
and a short
What, just
top.
out of the blue?
Yeah.
If it was my regular thing.
Going down to the golf
It's
club
not your
for
regular
lunch.
thing.
No, but if it was my regular
It's her
thing.
regular thing and she's bending over for
Yeah,
everyone.
if it was my regular, how would you feel about it?
And you saw other men looking.
Yeah, I'd be like, rein it in a bit.
Would you? How far in?
Just stick a pair of
a
knickers
few,
on
few
them.
more tenures. Few more tenures.
I probably would say, look, enough's enough now. And if you just
I would
read
take it
fuck
on
you,
board. I'd
I'd
take
be
it
like,
on board.
Would you take it on board? I
I
think
would
you would.
take
I
it
think
on
you would.
board.
And
I would take it on board.
I can't believe we've discussed it for so long.
Do you know what I think's funny? Have you ever seen anyone in them nude leggings and you have to double
Oh,
take like
yeah,
they've got
I
no
have.
pants on?
We had this discussion. We saw somebody in the distance. You were like, I thought she was naked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the nude colour, the whole, you can see the whole
Oh,
bum and
yes.
everything else.
Yeah.
You were like double looked. And I was like, what? And you were like, I thought that lady was naked.
Yeah.
No pants
Yeah.
on. No trousers on.
I didn't do a double look though. I did do one and down.
If someone was naked, I think you're entitled
and
to
then
look.
and then done a side eye.
The
Pete
rest
loves
is
the side eye.
They've mastered it, that's why.
So, what are we saying to this guy?
No, I think we've covered that. Like, I think you're well within your rights to say, look, I'm not comfortable with this.
Bang on.
Not well within your rights. Listen, guys, honestly, absolute pleasure to have you on today.
Loved it.
You know, we spend a lot of time with you and we love every moment we spend with you. So for you to come on our podcast is an honour. And hopefully...
It's an
Because
honour for us.
it's so funny when people write in, because obviously we talk about you guys a lot on the pod and like Tom and Kaz and people who, you know, are friends in day-to-day life, and people message me, go, oh, this is so Kaz, or this is so Krysy, or whatever. And then they think you know
It's like what you do, but you're invested
with
in
Grey's
it, aren't you?
Anatomy, yeah. So it's nice to have you on. I know people know you a lot from the other
Yeah.
pod, but
Yeah.
I
We've
think
loved it.
we got
You've
the
been looking
better
forward
half
to
on
it.
today. So.
I have, yeah.
You have.
It's nice to be invited. And it's always nice as well, because I have a lot of people say to me, oh, I love Abbey and Pete's podcast. I'm like, it's great, isn't it? And they're like, oh, but they really like that. And I'm like, yeah, it's exactly like, they're like, really? Like, and I'm like, yes, it is. It's just natural. So it's nice to know now people that obviously know us and know you. They're like, oh my God, it's
Oh, yeah.
so real. It's quite fun. And it is always good fun with us lot together. So it's really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Oh, not absolute pleasure. And, you know, we'll continue this all in the kitchen anyway.
Into the next room.
So thanks for listening.
Thanks, guys.